Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. This is X22 Reports, and there's two or three things that I found really interesting. This Misfit character in Italy and the CIA connection, very interesting.
His Twitter account that AG Barr has been on an official travel in Italy for the past 2 days. He tweeted out the following.
AG Barr has been in Italy for the last 2 days. Very interesting. Why?
AG Barr has been on official travel in Italy for the past 2 days. As I explained months ago on Fox and in my book, Mifsud was an Italian operative handled by the CIA. Italy holds the keys to the kingdom. Right government, right time. Boom. Look what's happening.
So AG Barr's over in Italy, Misfit's connected with Italy, and Italy's got some things that AG Barr needs. Very interesting. None of the major news networks are talking about this, are they?
Let's move on to Flynn because something very interesting with Flynn is happening. The Department of Justice National Security Section Deputy Chief Deborah Curtis is leaving the Department of Justice effective 9/28/19. She had been assigned to Flynn's case, and the reason for her departure is currently unknown. So it looks like they're seeing the writing on the wall saying, okay, I am out, I am resigning. And this is very interesting. And we'll be talking about Flynn's banner page on his Twitter account in a little bit. Now, as we know, the deep state, they are hitting Trump very, very hard. And the mainstream media, the deep state in coordination, they're pulling out all the stops. They're going for it. And Trump explains why the deep state is hitting him so hard. Take
Now listen to this. This is very, very interesting and very telling. There's much more to this than what even Trump is saying.
a listen.
What's going on now is the single greatest scam in the history of American politics. The Democrats want to take away your guns. They want to take away your health care. They want to take away your vote. They want to take away your freedom. They want to take away your judges. They want to take away everything. We can never let this happen. We're fighting to drain the swamp, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And you see why we have to do it. Because our country is at stake like never before. It's all very simple. They're trying to stop me because I'm fighting for you, and I'll never let that happen.
Now, Trump is explaining that this is what it looks like when you drain the swamp. At every single wave that they're pushing this information out, the deep state, they're going to be hitting back harder and harder. They're not going to go peacefully into the night. They're going to fight until the very end, and they know what is coming. This is why we're watching this show. But again, who has the facts? Who has the truth? Who has the signatures? Who's following the flow of money?
Now the flow of money is going to get very interesting. And the corruption with the CIA and the dirty money that's been going on with the blackmail, the sexual crimes, the treason and against Trump and others is going to get very ugly for the CIA. And even the Supreme Court judge is going to be, a couple of them are going to be shown their FISA reports, and the control of the FISA reports have been done very badly, if not illegally. That's going to be scary. Should be a couple of judges, Supreme Court judges, that should resign over this. They should be called on the carpet, and they should be forced to be impeached or resign.
Doesn't matter what the mainstream media is saying. Doesn't matter about the propaganda, because all of those facts, they trump, no pun intended, everything they're trying to do. Let's move on to Jeffrey Epstein, because it looks like the FBI has expanded its investigation to identify more of the billionaire's victims who could provide information on the royal individual that is involved in this. And we know who that is. Who is that? That's Prince Andrew. And the U.S. is opening up an investigation focusing on several potential victims in the hope they can provide more details about Prince Andrew and his connection to the Epstein case. And like we said, it doesn't end with Epstein. This is just the beginning. Because again, Epstein was the front man. There were many operatives behind him. orchestrating the entire thing. Now, as we know, the elections are coming up, and we know from
Now, the CIA was very heavily involved in these sexual scandals for very powerful people. Again, the CIA has been using this in England, United States, Australia, Italy probably, and other places in Europe. More countries maybe than that.
Q that voter IDs are going to become very important, and it seems that the push has begun to get voter ID laws passed. Representative Collins tweeted out the following. Republicans have offered multiple election security bills that would secure and punish those who attempt to hack into voting systems. Democrats must bring these bills up for votes, or Congress will miss a chance to safeguard our democracy. Trump responded to Representative Doug Collins and says, voter ID is the best way. Go for it, Doug. This brings us back to post 2610. And Anon asked the question, will voter fraud be exposed before January? Q said, no, 2019 push voter ID based on verifiable intel. Fraud, 2020 plus safeguarded. So it looks like Trump right now is starting the call for voter ID. And it seems that the deep state has gone over the edge now. They have now decided to ban words and place a penalty on a word if you use it. Doesn't this go completely against the First Amendment? Of course it does. This is their argument. They decided to ban or place a penalty on the word illegal alien. And this is in New York. In a stunning attack on free speech, New York City has now banned derogatory use of the term illegal alien. The New York City Commission on Human Rights has also banned threatening to call immigration and custom enforcement on someone. I mean, think about what they're doing right now. They're banning words, and they're saying, oh, well, this relates to hate speech. No, the First Amendment is freedom of speech. Doesn't matter if it's good, if it's hate, it doesn't matter what it is. You can't ban words, and you can't penalize people for saying words.
Again, this hate speech is a way to stop our First Amendment rights, our freedom of speech rights. Think about it. What is a slicker way to do that than to so-called hate speech? Don't care if it's hate speech or not. We have a right to say what we want, as long as it's truthful as far as we know. In this Roger Martin for Billings, Montana, take a look at Acts 22. Report. Good day.